This video will be demonstrating how to prepare the body of the blanket for tying. We're going to start with the end that we're going to be preparing, and we want to start by cutting off the selvage. Most blankets have some kind of selvage from the manufacturer on it, and that on many pieces of fleece, when it's tied, will show through, and you don't want that on there necessarily. Sometimes it's okay for it to show through because it's a light colored blanket and it won't matter that much, or white fringe, but on this one it's brown and I don't want the white peeking through. So you just start and take your rotary cutter or a pair of scissors and just go along the edge and take that off. All right, so there's our selvage, and we're just gonna throw that in the trash or give it to one of your kids to play with. And now I need to prepare my blade. If you only have one handle, you need to change the blade out for the skip cutter blade. So let me show you that in the tools. That's what this looks like. All right, so now I'm gonna change the blade. All right, so to make the perforations, you can do this a couple of different ways. When I first started making blankets, I actually used an X-Acto knife with a sharp blade on the end, and I just poked holes in it. So I would just put the blade down and I would poke it through the fabric. So you want to make sure, if you're doing it that way, that you get the blade all the way through the fabric. But we're not going to do that this time. We're actually going to use this skip cutter. And to do that, you want to have your holes between 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. Again, it's not super precise. You can fudge that a little bit. If it gets off a little bit, it's okay. But I just kind of eyeball it because you can't really measure. There's not an easy way to measure. So go across. You don't want it too thick. If it's too thick, too far from the end, your fringe becomes super bulky, and that's not attractive. So if you can see the holes right there. So as you're going across, if you need to move your fleece across, you'll need to make sure that you can find the holes again. That can be a challenge sometimes in certain fleeces, styles of fleeces. But that's how you do the holes in the edging. Oh, I cut myself. Okay, just a note, be very careful with these blades. They are very sharp. I barely touched myself with the blades. So happy cutting, enjoy making blankets, and I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.